Hello, this is Mr. Evil Joey with Team Medium, and we're with
Andrew Martinez,
and he got
9th place
at the Maplewood Regional. You got 7 wins. Oh no, 6 wins. It was 8 rounds. It was 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. All of top 8 was X1. He was X1-1, so just missed out.
tied to a Necroz and a loss to Shadal's, which was he sided so good against me.
So yeah, let's get in.
Yep, there we go. Got
Putting him the other way.
other way, sure. 3 elders.
Yep.
In my deck there, just because it's amazing. It's what it is. Normal, additional normal summon allowed. This is the Ritual Beast Tamer, so I got 2 Wens, special summons 1 from the banner zone. 2 Laras, special summons 1 from the graveyard. So those are for the Ritual Beast Tamers. For the Spiritual Beasts, I got 3 Kanahawks. Just it's a gold Sark for Spirit Beast cards, Ritual Beast cards, I guess. Got 3 Rempengu, because him and Elders pop off is just almost as good, not as good, but almost as good as him and Kanahawk's effects.
Okay.
So just once per turn, banish 1 type of Ritual Beast from your extra deck, and then one. I got. A lot of people don't, but I do 3 Apelio, only because the extra 500 actually helps push a lot easier for game. It helped me win. I did his effect twice, the appropriate way if you know how to run him. Then I added 1 to add another, and did it a 3rd time to 15 boost to make my ulti Kanahawk a, 29 beater, I guess. So I do 3 of them. I like them a lot.
So it's about that time.
And the last is I don't like her, but whatever.
Why don't you like her?
Just because it's if you draw her, it's brutal to have in your hand, but 2,000 defense is all right. You can sit on it, but if you do draw, it's pointless. The only reason you would is because of where are you? Rempengu's effect pops to banish the fusion to send the other one. So, and she's essential, you need her, but she is good when your opponent sets a back row or is sitting on only 1 card, and then you're like, oh, well then I'll just bounce that back to their hand by banishing. So it's useful, but I just not enough to put more than 1. And then I run 2 maxis. Which
Why not side this?
I main it only because if you get a bad hand, I mean you do run macro and defissure, but if you run into a crap hand and they're swarming and special summoning, it's better to try to get out of that.
Okay.
So I like maining it.
So it's just draw as many cards as you
Yeah, just draw as many as you can, and it's helpful.
Pretty standard for combo based decks that want to draw everything.
I tried doing 2 reckless greeds, but missing the other 2 draws kind of sucked, and then the upstarts and such, but I didn't really like giving them life points, so I like 2 maxis just because.
Okay.
And that's it for the monsters.
How many monsters is that?
Let's see here.
What did you win? I won 1 and 1 right now.
19 monsters.
Yep.
So
What deck are you using?
I think, unless I'm miscounted. For my spells, it's 1 mass changed, only because it's if you decide to have you draw 2 of the tamers and no Ritual Beast monsters, it's better to try to get out of that and mass change for the mass here, Divine Wind. And Divine Wind's effect is let you draw if you destroy monsters, so and it helps push for game as well. So if you're attacking, then mass change for a 24 beater. So, 1 Raigeki just destroys everything, clears it out, so you can try to attack.
Oh, those dudes.
1 Dimensional Fissure, because you don't really mind that things get banished. It hurts a lot of decks. I did this with Shadal's in the first round. I beat him and just hurt. He tried to get rid of it as soon as he could. A lot of people do. One bond. I don't run 2 or 3. Maybe later I might, but because apparently the new fusion that's coming out is a 33 or 32 beater, and you can just do 2 of any and special summon to 32 beater, and it'll be actually helpful to have that. And I hear it's a psychic, so that's going to be Remping is going to be amazing. 3 MSTs because back row is kind of a problem when you're running into things you just don't want, like what is it, Royal Decree, Arrival of the Warlords, Banisher for Impure Iron Wall, and what else is there? Another one I just can't think of it right.
So if it's mostly there for side deck cards,
I like to clear their back row completely before I try to swarm. Okay. Otherwise, I'll run into summon Elder, summon Kanahawk. They'll activate Torrential Tribute. They'll just try to pop off and stop me from. Because if you stop their combos from going, they're dead in the water. They can't do much. I just like to make sure I'm clearing everything they have out. So.
You said that you lost to Necros. Did you draw?
Tied.
You tied Necros. Did you draw into these?
Against them, I didn't, but I realized because I think a friend of mine said that if you have MST against Necros, get them out of there. Well, the second game I took, I think 2 of them out to side in for Necros, but he then sided in his, I think it was Imperial Iron Wall against me. So I was like, damn it. He added traps. He sided in continuous traps against me. I was like, crap. And so I was realizing like maybe keeping them in there would have been much more helpful. And then 2 E-Tellies. I don't really run 3 because the tamers they're alright, but if you have too many tamers, so if you just draw 2 tamers and then an E-Telly, you're kind of dunsies, so you kind of want to dim out. But if you draw too many beasts and then draw an E-Telly, it's helpful. That's it for the spells.
Yep.
Traps are 3 Ritual Beast Steeds. Just clear out everything they have. Doesn't target, so it's really brutal. It's really amazing. You chain that when you contact or decontact these or whatever it's called. 2 ambushes, just because it helps you set up the next combo. You activate this during your opponent's end phase to special summon 2. A lot of people activate it when they're being attacked to try to save their life points, but I figured you just take the hits, then their end phase, you activate it, you special summon 2, and you can combo off of that, so pretty cool. 1 Trap Trick Trapple Nightmare, just when they special summon and try to activate, you try to delay them.
How often did you get that off?
Not a lot, actually. I know I would have activated on Trishula, that Necros I tied against, but I didn't even have a hand, so he couldn't even activate it. He got confused. He's like, summon Trishula effect. I'm like, well, I got no hand, so you can if you want. He's like, oh, crap. But yeah, it's helpful for me. I like it. It's not too bad. Well, I'm on bottomless just because it's pretty good. Macro, because it doesn't bother you if you banish. Actually helpful more than anything. Torrential Tribute, just in case they try to swarm out. You have Macro or Defissure on the field, sending them to the graveyard isn't that bad of a problem. I just want to make sure they have nothing. So, Ring of Destruction. I added this in the last minute. I was like, let's see if it's helpful. A friend of mine let me borrow it, and I didn't actually get to use it much, but I only do it to try to. They hopefully try to like summon a big monster and sit on it. I can destroy it and clear them out. I only wanted to test it, but it ended up doing pretty okay. I might take it out. I don't really. Mirror Force, because once you get crap hands, you kind of want to save the tamers or save the beasts as much as you can. I got 1 Wiretap, only because counters is pretty brutal. You try to swarm and they're activating traps left and right. 1 Warning, just because Warning's amazing. I like it. And then Soul Transition. And I'm trying this out only because if you do draw a bad hand and you're sitting on an Elder and no other monsters, you just summon Elder and hopefully try to get out of that bad hand by tributing it during their end phase. So, or if you draw any of your bad hands, this deck, if you do get bad hands, you just game over. Especially if your opponent is swarming. So I try to just do it so when I normal summon it, their end phase, they can, before they attack it, I'll soul transition, draw 2 cards.
How many games did you just have a completely unplayable hand?
None. I did have one against, that was the one I lost, and it was, I drew all my side cards, which is supposed to be helpful, but I didn't draw any monsters, and it was for the Shadows. So that was pretty brutal. So yeah, that's the main deck there.
40 cards?
I think it's like 43, which is awkward. A lot of people are like, why? But
it's kind of interesting for a combo deck because normally you want. I guess you do get some searches off of Conahawk, but
42. Yep. Yeah. But
did you ever consider a mistake?
no, because I just don't. I can do Conahawk pretty quickly, and if I do draw a mistake and it's on the field, I wouldn't be able to add it all. I mean, I could change it.
Doesn't Conahawk send it to the banish zone first?
Conahawk is return 2 from the banish to the graveyard to add 1 from your deck to your hand, and you do that if you have the right amount of material, at least 3 or 4 times.
Shows what I know about ritual beasts.
Real quick, 2 twisters because they continuous trap cards that screw you over. Gold Sark because it's helps you later on. I was gonna do a Gold Sark with a Necroface because just banish Necroface. I'll get the top 5 to see what your opponent has, but Necroface was just kind of killing me. Necroface is helpful if it's a mirror match. That way you return all banish cards your opponent controls. 2 shared rides because everyone's adding left and right and everything. So I just sided in. Yep. Sorry. 2 Lancias. It's a mirror match or Necroz. Try to activate that as quick as you can. You don't want to do it obviously before you start popping off things. So I only run 2. I don't really want 3. That seems iffy to me. That's all the spells and traps that's here. I got 2 Mask of Restricts for Necroz when they tribute, except for that stupid Kaleidoscope. Because Kaleidoscope isn't tributing 1, Kaleidoscope banishes, or you send 1 from your extra deck, so whatever. But still helped me out quite a bit against the Necroz player that I tied against. 2 lights for Teller Knights. I beat Teller Knights, I think 3 times I played them at the regionals. So yeah, I beat them because of light imprisonings. Shadows, imprisoning mirrors for Shadows, and
just give them a time extension. I will.
Soul Drains was for monster was that I played it against Shadows and Burning Abyss for them. And then Big Burn for Burning Abyss and shit all. One guy had he activated his Burning Abyss monster, which was, I think it was Sir, which special summoned one. I chained Big Burn, banished them all, and it was about 26 cards or something there. So it was pretty hilarious. He was pretty pissed. Here we go.
We're almost done. Don't worry.
Just the extra deck here, so.
Yeah.
I got, for the extra is, like I said, 2 Pedofin, 1 because of Rempengu, and then you always want 1 in case you sit on it. So, 3 Apelio. It helps the end game. Just fusing, keep poking with them. They do find a way to destroy it. It sucks when you have 2 of them and you attack with 1 and they mirror force it. It kills the other, but one guy didn't understand. I attacked with Apelio. He tried to mirror force it because he thought mirror force was after the damage step. So I'm like, no, that's not how it works. He was confused as all hell and kind of helped me. 3 LT Conahawks, because it helps the combo, you need them. 1 Divine Wind for that mass change. I was trying to run 2, but I don't really like it. It's too iffy. And then this is going to be weird, but here we go. 1 Gauntlet Launcher. Because 2 level 6s, you do get 2 level 6s, and these did help me. I got 2 of them, and I had no more searching for the Ulti Conahawk, and I only had a Pedofin left.
So you made a Gauntlet Launcher?
So I made these, which is a Gauntlet, Photon, and then number 39. This helped me win a game because it turned them all attacks to 0. I just poked right over. This helped when their life points were too low and they couldn't really summon anything because they'd take 1,000 if they did. So it did help, and they're just nice little beaters as well. And then number 101, Silent Honor Arc, Black Ship of Corn, and Exiton.
How many of these did you make?
I actually didn't go into them much at regionals, not almost at all.
I believe it. Ritual Beast just kind of use the fusions.
Yep, fusions only, but once in a while you'll just draw them.
Any quick notes before we
Yeah, I mean,
let you
yeah, get back to this.
let this guy play his match?
I figured, I don't know.
You're now on YouTube, by the way.
I don't know if this helps anyone out there, but I just realized that if I were to do, if this is your hand, this is actually pretty alright. Because you would normal summon an Elder, normal summon another Elder, bond with them, because you get an additional normal, summon Kanahawk, return the 2 to add a Kanahawk, and normal summon that second Kanahawk, because you had the additional summon, but that's just one that I thought of, but I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Yep, that's it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll now work on my paper.
There you go.